Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're a small business marketing manager, you already know the daily grind, right? You're totally time-strapped, wearing a dozen different hats, and constantly on the hunt for ways to slash operational costs without your quality taking a hit. Your resources are limited, but the demand for fresh content, it literally never stops. Well, today we are cracking open the AI content creation playbook. We're going to explore exactly how you can use AI, not just as some fun little gimmick, but as a serious, highly efficient business tool to radically scale your marketing production and, most importantly, get your time back.
Okay, let's jump right in. Today's explainer is a tactical, step-by-step masterclass. We're going to cover 1. Conquering the blank page, 2. The human touch, 3. The content multiplier strategy, 4. Visuals that drive clicks, and finally, 5. The faceless channel workflow. We're progressing from the very basics of simple drafting all the way up to complete channel automation. First up, Section 1, Conquering the blank page. We're focusing on AI for scripting and blogging, addressing that very first major hurdle of content creation, starting from absolute zero.
We've all been there, haven't we? You're just staring at a blank screen, the cursor is blinking, and you're asking yourself, what on earth should I write? The universal panic and burnout associated with that blank page is so real. When you've got strict deadlines, newsletters to send, campaigns to launch, that blinking cursor is practically taunting you. It drains your creative energy before the real work even begins. But the secret of highly productive modern creators, they simply don't start from zero anymore. Instead, they start here with a highly specific command. By just typing "write a YouTube script on how to start a morning routine for productivity" into an AI tool, you instantly generate a structured draft. We're talking about a full introduction, logically organized main points, and a solid conclusion, all materializing in a matter of seconds. You completely bypass the paralysis of the blank page. You're immediately in editing mode rather than drafting mode, which is infinitely faster and far less mentally taxing. But we aren't stopping there. Let's move to our next section, the human touch, and why refining that AI draft is absolutely crucial. This is the core philosophy of our playbook today. AI provides the structure, but you must add the story. And this is exactly where the business value just skyrockets. Take Sarah, a solo marketing manager we studied. Under the old manual method of researching, structuring, and writing, a single campaign post would eat up 5 grueling hours of her day. But by shifting to an AI-assisted drafting workflow, followed by her own human polish, that exact same task plummeted to just 30 minutes. Think about what that means for a small business. That is a massive reduction in operational costs, leaving Sarah 4.5 hours to actually strategize, analyze her metrics, and engage directly with her community. It's a total transformation of how time is spent. The crucial rule here is draft, don't copy. Raw AI gives you an incredible foundation, sure, but it typically outputs a pretty robotic tone with generic examples. To actually build long-term audience trust, you have to inject your brand's unique personal voice. For example, if the AI writes a generic sign-off like, "In conclusion, productivity is good for business success," you apply the human touch and rewrite it as, "So, here's what this means for your daily grind." You take the AI's beginner-friendly foundation and tweak the storytelling to fit the exact pain points of your customers. Maintaining that personal tone is exactly what converts a piece of generic output into a trusted, authentic brand asset. Next up, let's explore the content multiplier strategy. We're going to look at how you can take that polished draft and scale your output massively without doubling your workload.
10x. That is the magic number right here. As a solo entrepreneur or a super busy marketing manager, you might think you need a brand new, groundbreaking idea every single day just to feed the social media beast. Well, you don't. You need the multiplier effect, where you take a single successful topic and brilliantly transform it into 10 different pieces of content.
Let's map out how this 1 to 10 strategy fits into a highly efficient daily schedule. If you take that single core idea, like the morning routine blog you just perfected, you can prompt the AI to adapt it across all your marketing tasks. On Monday, it becomes a detailed tips post on LinkedIn. Tuesday, it's reformatted into an educational, multi-slide carousel for Instagram. Wednesday, the AI distills the main points into a punchy, short-form reel script. Thursday, it pulls out a motivational quote post. And Friday, it generates interactive story polls to engage your followers. You just successfully handled an entire week of diverse marketing tasks automatically, scaling your production by repurposing one blog post without having to brainstorm a single new concept. So, what's the ultimate takeaway here? You save time, you stay consistent, and you avoid burnout.
Smart creators and businesses don't exhaust themselves coming up with an endless stream of fresh ideas. They strategically expand one winning idea. Consistent AI usage allows you to feed the algorithms exactly what they want on a regular schedule. And that unshakable consistency is the foundational key to building a robust, long-term brand presence online. Now let's shift gears to Section 4, Visuals that Drive Clicks. We're looking specifically at AI image generation because, as we all know, platforms like YouTube and Instagram are highly visual, and they demand top-tier imagery to cut through the noise.
You don't need to be a master graphic designer to get started creating professional posters and thumbnails anymore. By using recommended tools like Midjourney for hyper-realistic imagery, DALL-E 3 for conceptual and imaginative art, or Canva's Magic Media for incredibly easy layouts, you can simply ask the AI for a Productivity Tips YouTube thumbnail. The AI generates the background concept, text ideas, and targeted color suggestions. Even if you choose to hand this concept off to a professional designer later, you are providing structured visual direction right out of the gate, completely eliminating those endless revisions. And why does this specific visual strategy actually matter to your bottom line? It's all about consumer psychology. Structured, well-thought-out AI designs create scroll-stopping moments. Human visual processing speed is incredibly fast, and a compelling image grabs attention before a single word is read. This directly improves click rates and engagement for your social media thumbnails. Using AI visual tools to craft these elements means a much higher return on the content you just spent time scaling. Which brings us to our final strategy. Section 5, the Faceless Channel Workflow, representing the absolute peak of fully automated content production. This is the ultimate productivity workflow for creating content at scale without ever stepping in front of a camera. Step 1, it starts simply by asking the AI for your base script. Step 2, you convert that script into short, highly digestible sections. Step 3, you creatively layer in relevant stock footage or AI-generated images to keep the viewer visually hooked. Step 4, for the audio, you run your text through a high-quality AI voice generator for clear professional narration. And finally, Step 5, stitch it all together in your editor and hit publish. Following this precise chronological 5-step workflow makes launching and maintaining a faceless YouTube channel incredibly accessible. And where does this automated workflow see the highest return? Well, here are some highly profitable niches: motivation, facts, finance, AI tips, and education. If you're a marketing manager for a local business or a SaaS company, you can seamlessly deploy an educational or facts-based faceless channel to establish authority. You can scale your brand's online presence without being limited by camera confidence, expensive gear, or complicated shooting schedules. You're essentially building an automated media arm for your company. To wrap this explainer up, I really want to leave you with this powerful, defining thought. AI does not replace creators. It empowers creators. When you embrace AI as a tireless, collaborative partner, you unlock the ability to create faster, maintain incredible consistency, and build a commanding online presence at a scale that was previously impossible for a small business. So my question to you is, how will you use AI to empower your very next campaign? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will see you in the next one.